Hello, hello, hello. This is Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin, and it's time to play some more Dungeons and Dragons with my friends who keep showing up to play with me, and every time they do, it makes me happy. So, the people that make me happy include, let's start with, dun, 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 from the furthest away person, Janet. Tell us
Yes,
where else we can find
hello.
you. Oh, yeah.
I'm streaming and recording reviews and other stuff on my channel, Anime Gems, and we recording also podcast future streamers. And I'm playing today Phoebe the Dark, the Warlock Edgy, and every second Wednesday I'm playing as Jess the Detective.
Yeah, in our other game, the Humbled Hearts game set in Humblewood, which is Dungeons and Dragons but with birds. It's so
Yeah,
much fun.
and at 30 I'm just Janet, even about curious.
Oh, yes, wonderful. Thank you for the plug for the channel. Next, we will go to Deku. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, I am Deku Lily. I hang out a lot in the Dirty 20 Gaming Discord when I'm not watching YouTube, particularly the VODs for Dirty 20 Gaming. And
Uh,
today I am playing Iphigenies, the Goliath fighter.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to giving you something Goliath to fight. That was a terrible segue. Let's move on. Pretend I didn't say it. Let's go over to no surprise. There's only one person left. If you got your stuff ready, go, Sarah.
Yep. All right. My name is Sarah. I go by Sans on the Discord. I am on this channel 3.5 nights a week. Tonight as Clarity Palace, the best healer of Apollo. Wednesday game Mask Oracle Force when it comes back as Nightwish. I don't know how much longer I'll be leader. Our Thursday game, the City of Mist campaign, Deviant Paradox. I am the DM of the Chaos over there. You'll just have to come see it because I'm not very nice. And this Sunday game, 7th Sea, Shadow of the Victim. I play Rosa Nix. Why am I always having to explain things to everyone? Yeah. Other than that, you can find me over on Tango Productions working with the Scout Adventurer and Rock Paper Fox on stuff and things that'll come out eventually.
Speaking of eventually, about 6 hours ago, we played a different version of this game. Same set of notes. There they are there. And a completely different group of people. And I suspect we're going to get a very different result tonight. But before we start, there is a content warning tonight. Because we want to be upfront about it. There will be another warning just before it happens, and we'll give you a chance to mute us as necessary, and then we'll wave you back in when we're done. But at some point tonight, there is a possible NPC suicide on the script as being a possible thing that could occur. So again, before it happens, I'll stop the show and give you a chance to hit the button and then wave you back in afterwards. But we want to be right up front about that. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get started by going backwards. It's time for a recap by our resident greatest healer of all time ever. Just ask her. Clarity, tell us what happened the last time we were all together.
We started our day following the tracks of the lost party. We found the bodies, but there wasn't anyone to heal. I even tried to pray for them, but it didn't seem to work. Iphigenies thought of bringing the bodies back to the city. The family that came to pick up the body was really sad, and I figured with everyone so sad, sorrow must be around here somewhere, but I didn't find them. Iphigenies brought the body to the mausoleum where there's a mimic that had taken up residence, but the family didn't notice either. Phoebe and I made it stand still long enough for Iphigenies to throw it really far away, and now it's not a problem. The next morning, we got up to find the Temple of Nemesis being raided, but the people didn't know what they were doing, and we found out that Apate was messing with them. Then Apate showed up, and Nemesis showed up too. And the took care of the problem. So our deity's great, and I healed all the people Apate hurt. See, I really am the best healer ever.
And that's,
That's it.
yes. I said that's it. Okay. So, with that experience immediately behind you, you guys are standing on the street in front of the.
We are inside temple
You're still inside the
because
temple,
people
right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
wake
Right.
up.
Yeah,
right.
you left us inside the temple, still reeling from having Apate and Nemesis right there.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you. So,
Eh,
yeah.
and people were confused and I was curious if also cats would show up because people were thieves
Um,
and killed the priest.
let's, yeah, they would definitely show up for the priest. So if you look outside, you guys are still inside, but if you look out the doors, there's not much in the way of city guards. It's not like police like we have now. If somebody's interested in what happened, then they investigate. There's definitely some serious looking people outside investigating the murder of a priest. But as let's drop you in with this. As you talk to more and more people, it becomes clear that they were deluded into thinking that the person responsible for the collapsing bridge and the cutting off of the gods and all of that was Nemesis. They were convinced of it to the point where they were convinced to then attack the temple of Nemesis. And it was only when things started to go wrong, i.e., you guys showed up, that Apate panicked and made an appearance, but that was her downfall because she made an appearance in her sibling's temple and was. And especially when your sibling is the god of hubris, yeah,
And doom.
yeah. So they were removed at that moment. But as the people are shaken sort of out of that state, it's automatically clear to them that they've been had. They didn't believe that. It shouldn't have been believable, but that's what got them here. The upshot was that now at least Sorrow does not have a god as a partner. So, on that bright and sunny note, what do the three of you do?
I'm getting back to my hideout because we don't know where to find the sorrow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And yep, Epiphanes, yeah.
I guess if the gang is splitting up before they split up,
Yeah.
if Epiphanes sees anybody that's particularly despondent over what they did, he would just say, "Do not blame yourself. The magic of the gods is a powerful power. No mortal can withstand it."
Okay. How long you gonna stay there at the temple, tending to their needs?
Not very long at all.
Okay.
He's a little sore about being denied a challenge.
Yep.
Not that he's trying to make it obvious,
Yeah.
but I guess if the other lower ranked priests need help carrying the head priest's body back in,
Okay.
he'll carry
Yeah.
it in
Yeah.
and offer 2 copper coins over the eyes.
Okay.
And then I guess leave if nobody else is keen on trying to investigate or gather clues on where Sorrow is.
Okay. Perfect. We'll leave you walking down the stairs outside the temple. I like this timing. Because it would take a while to do all that, because especially the head priest, because that would have to be done with a certain amount of dignity. You
Mhm.
can't just scoop him. He's a head priest. And
Like, he would actually offer his shield to use as a stretcher.
oh yes,
That's how,
very respectful. Yeah, I
yeah.
like it. Wonderful. All right, and Clarity.
So, yeah, she doesn't have anywhere to go back to, so she's going to start going to anything that's kind of sad in the city. So, funerals, places
Okay.
where people might be grieving, and she's gonna look for sorrow.
Looking for sorrow. And I heard looking for sorrow in all the wrong places. Okay, perfect. So you, but before that's where you're going to go. But I'm assuming you don't. It's not like a video game, right? It's not like the three of you were standing there and you just all turned away and went. Was there anything anybody wanted to say to anybody at the end
No.
of the experience? No,
I
Phoebe's
just
gone.
because she also don't want to be in center of attention, like people staring
Okay.
at her.
All right. So yeah. So you're gone. Unless somebody says something before they leave, or the two of you are left, Iphigenies and Clarity. Any?
I kind of imagine that Phoebe is so stealthy that she just
You just turn around
and she's gone.
Yeah. Okay.
She's Batmaned us so many times at this point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, Iphigenies, you're helping around the place. Sorrow, you head out and head for one of the other temples because there's, that's where you go when you die. You go to your temple, right? Um, and I imagine it's kind of like almost, well, it is in the map too. It's almost like a row of temples. It's like a whole section of town here where you could be checking, and it's a fair sized city, and a lot of stuff's been happening. So there's a lot of funerals going on, and plenty of sorrow to go around. You're about, let's say, why is this so difficult? Let's make it 4 blocks. I want to get the timing right. You've worked through about 4 blocks worth of temples, so sort of like 7 or 8 temples. Iphigenies, you're just walking out of the front of the temple doors, and Phoebe, you just pop in through the secret door into your lair. You see the your gold fountain bubbling happily in the corner, and at that moment, all three of you feel the world sort of move that far to the left, just sort of, and it's just everything's different. Even in your lair, Phoebe, and certainly on the streets, the other two of you, the whole city changes. There's a lot less buildings. They're a lot simpler. The fashion that people are wearing when you look out of windows, and Phoebe, when you peek out of your secret lair, is 100 years old or more. The city's far less developed. The plumbing's not as good. You've gone back in time. And just as that thought hits, so does a 7+ earthquake. And the whole city starts to just heave and shudder and shake around you. This is a big, big earthquake. Mechanically speaking, on any one of your turns, if all you do is try and stay up and not injured, you start each of your turns with either athletics or acrobatics roll DC 10. So it's fairly easy. But if you hang on a second, I want to finish the description. If you try and do anything else other than just staying up and not getting hurt, then the DC at the start of every one of your turns, either athletics or acrobatics, is 14. You'll still accomplish the thing if you make the roll, but if you fail that save at the start of your turn, you'll take damage in the process.
I want kite under double to not hurt because I get that it's the thing you do when it's earthquake. Right under table.
All right, so as it starts, okay, Phoebe's going hiding. Excellent. In that case, you don't need to make. Well, you'll still need to make a 10 or less, or 10 or higher. But
for me.
I will as soon as I get everybody's what their intents are, because I want to get everybody's idea and then do them all together. So you dive back into your lair under a table, Ephigenes?
Um, I was walking down the street, I imagine, and
Yeah, you
I
just
don't.
left the temple. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. I kind of forget what you're supposed to do when you're out in the open.
Uh-huh.
So I guess I'll just try to stay steady.
Okay. That's definitely a D10, and again, you can do athletics or acrobatics. And clarity. You just stepped out of a different temple. There was a funeral going on in there, but nothing that looked like sorrow. What do you do when the earth starts to shudder and bang and shake?
There's nowhere I can hide, unfortunately. So I guess I'm just hunkering down until this is over.
Okay. So that's so for this round, each of you just needs a DC 10, and I will roll for Phoebe now. Which one are you better at?
16.
Oh, definitely.
If he's got 20.
Wow. Okay. Yep. Also a 20 for Phoebe. So, yeah,
Yay.
all of you just sort of dive for cover and get as safe as you can get. So at that moment, just as you sort of you're hunkered down and you're like, you can ride this out, but you know this is a big earthquake. This is going to go sort of 40 to 60 seconds. It's going to be a lot of damage. And at this point, the walls start coming down. You can see people getting injured. Civilians are getting knocked around by the debris. There's people rolling their ankles trying to get away. Buildings are starting to come down. So with that in mind, let's do it the other way around this time. Clarity, greatest healer in the world. There are hurts everywhere. What do you do? That's my new word for anybody that's injured. They're hurt. So there's hurts everywhere.
Yeah. She wants to use healing word.
Okay.
To heal as many people as she can. I don't remember how many people this does. I think it's single.
I think it's only one target at a time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cantrip, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or no?
No.
Is that a first level spell?
Healing word is a first level spell.
It's a first level spell.
Okay.
I used to be a cleric.
I've never been a cleric, so thank you. Yeah, because the other one's all touch.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I have aid.
That's more for like increasing max HP.
Yeah.
That's not really healing.
I love having somebody that knows the lore. It's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
she's
okay.
gonna have to use healing word.
Okay. So even that level of focus, you're casting a spell, so the DC for your acrobatic or athletics is going to be 14 this time. Yeah. And let's go the other way. Ephigenes, what is your plan? Same thing. People, damage, stuff.
I mean, there's not a lot he can do with his strength.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if there's like one building nearby that hasn't toppled yet, but he can see people inside,
Yep.
I guess he would try to make his way to the door frame and hold it up long enough for people to get out.
So
that's about as much as he can do.
So an active rescue. Yeah, I like that. So your roll's definitely going to be 14 because you've kind of almost given up on protecting yourself. In that case, you're actually putting yourself in harm's way.
I mean, he's proven to himself that he's sturdier than the average person.
Oh, yeah. And probably sturdier than a wooden frame door.
So athletics DC 14?
Yes, please. Athletics or acrobatics. And Phoebe, what is your...
Wow. Ephigenes, my man.
I will stay under my table, and if I can, I will grab my fountain from table under table. Do not crash. But I still don't go anywhere.
Okay. So you stay where you are, and so your roll is only a 10. I will roll for you. 21. Yeah, no problem for Phoebe. I see several low numbers there. I see
Yep.
from
Figginy's got a
Figginy's-
nat 1
Oh,
with plus 5.
So a total of 6.
Yep.
Sarah can
Clarity.
reroll because of
Clarity
the-
got a roll of 4.
Well,
So
yeah, but
for a total of 5.
but that is a good point. You earned an inspiration from doing the intro in your character's
I
voice.
think this is funnier.
Okay. Okay. So, yes. Okay. So, yes, you cast. Let's start with you because it is funnier. You start casting the spell. That's a ranged spell, right? Healing. Yeah. So you mutter some words, and you're kind of braced against the wall, and the wall that you're braced against just starts to tilt towards you, and you kind of don't notice because you're best healer ever over here, and it just anybody looking would have seen it. It's like slow motion crush job. Luckily, I've decided they're only D4s. So and look at that. It breaks kind of around you, but it does sort of catch you on the inside of a knee and tears off some skin for 1 point of damage.
Awesome.
And Iphigenes, yeah, you brace under the door. They're running out. You saved the whole bunch of them. Make it a whole family. Runs out and gets passed by you. As you start to step away, the door frame that you were supporting gives, and there's a big, like, it snaps and drags down the back of your armor, and the back armor is not that thick because you're not supposed to get hit back there. And so you get hit as well, and you take 3 points of damage. So it's significant. It's like that door almost collapses on you, and as you step out from underneath that stabbing wood, that door and that wall does collapse behind you back into the house. So you did save them. And
Damage tracked.
And then Phoebe, you you and your fountain under the table in your lair are perfectly safe at this point. Yes. Okay. Round we go. Let's. Oh, I know how I can do this. Phoebe, let's go back to you first. Your lair is slightly underground, and you can hear it, then you can see it. Water is starting to bubble through the walls. You're below the water table, and this far in the past, the drainage isn't as good as it used to be, as it is in your modern times. So your lair is starting to fill up with water. What do you do?
I will say, just great. and I will start to think how to escape, but not to have my roof on my head,
Mhm.
because I don't know if it's the earthquake or just water now.
It's you can still get out, but if it's kind of like I'm not saying you have to go home, but you can't stay here. This is going to flood. It'll probably be fine when you go back to your regular timeline, but because you're trapped in the past, yeah,
I'm curious.
Yeah.
My furniture changed to past.
Your space is kind of weird. It's almost ghost-like when you look at it, because this far in the past, this space wasn't your space, right? So you're kind of forcing this niche into the world, this little space. So it looks like your place does, but when you look out the various secret holes and periscopes and things that you have around it, you see a completely different world outside. But you are going to be forced to leave this particular version of it. So you pop up into the street.
I want but through window because closer.
Yep. So that's going to be.
And now I grab Fontaine mine because I don't want to drown it.
Try and take it with you. Okay. Iphigenes, what are you doing?
I guess maybe I'm kind of torn between moving to another building and trying again, or like standing out in the middle of the street and do like a rallying cry,
Yep.
like a
If you do the rallying cry, your difficulty will only be 10 because you're not, you can still not fall down and yell. I established that this morning or in the early
okay,
game today. So, yeah. Yeah, sort of come to me, sort of run to an open space and say, come to me.
pretty much.
Okay. Okay. Rallying cry.
Uh,
That's only a 10 for
sheet,
you. Yeah.
athletics, boop, 10.
And clarity. Just. Ooh, nice. Clarity, what are you doing?
Yeah, this time she's gonna move to a person who looks truly like really injured.
Oh, yeah. Like
And-
partly crushed under a wall, a collapsed rock wall. Yeah.
And so they are going to start healing. At least try and start to heal this person.
Yeah. Which spell? It's going to be a 14 to see if you're injured, but yeah, which spell?
Yeah. So probably cure wounds.
Okay. All right.
You don't roll for me.
Not yet.
The escape.
Yep. That's what we're doing right now.
17.
Your roll of 21 earlier was the escape, so you're probably gonna get another roll here soon.
Yeah, this is for you're getting out. This is just whether you get hurt in the process, and you actually rolled a 13 against a 14. So yes, you are going to take some damage getting out, Phoebe. Let me get it for you here. 3 points of damage. I will put that on your sheet. Go 2, 3, 3. There we go. Alrighty. And Iphigenes, did you got to tell
I got
me
10.
Just yeah. So you stumble out into the middle of the street and using a thundering roar of your voice, you draw people out of their houses and out from the places because it's natural to hide, right? But things are starting to fall down, so it's probably better to be open in the open right now. So you get people to come to you, and that works, and you don't take any damage in the process. Clarity. 13. Oh dear. So yeah.
No, I'm a 17.
Oh, well, you had the Okay. Oh, I got you. The 13 was Phoebe. Never mind. So yeah, 17. You. Uh, it's turning into a Charlie Chaplin movie around you. You run over to this person, put your hands on him, and start praying, and the building falls over. But you guys were in where the window was, and it's kind of around you, and the dust and the rocks and everything scatter in every direction. You hardly even notice. How much did you heal them?
Did not because I was waiting to see.
Oh, I want to see this because this is like Citizen Joe over here. They've only got 4.
14.
Right? Yeah, you try and stuff 14 points of life into Citizen Joe with 4 hit points. He almost glows by the end of it. It looks like he's had a trip to the spa. He's so freaking healthy. But you are uninjured in the process. At that moment, let's do it. Just as you're getting your feet under you and starting to get a head start on this, the world shifts again. It kind of goes twice that distance the other way. Just and it's again you're in another different version of the world. But this one's weird. There's more buildings than there are in the time that you're from. They've got strange styles. The fashion is completely different and unknown to you. There's strange architecture. There's so many more buildings inside the walls. It's much busier, and it's got to be in the future. you're still completely separated from each other in this city. When each of you, Phoebe, as you pop out of your window, Clarity and Iphigenes, as you look around, you see the main gates of the city burst open, and chain-mailed, helmeted centaurs with lances burst through, almost like a Visigothic invasion. But it's all centaurs, and they burst through the doors and start to spread out. A few of them start to head directly towards. Well, let's just say one of them heads towards each of you. What?
I will, I will look if still water is into my lair, and if not, I will return and barricade.
Actually, you turn around and look back in, and the space that you were going to go into is now it's essentially gone. It's so far in the future that everything is collapsed in on it. You just got out in time, so there's no place to hide. So, but what do you do?
I will start to ask my patron what to do and to protect me.
Okay, so you just find a place to so hide. I'm gonna write hide and beg. Okay, it's only a DC 10 to not get hurt, but I'll get to that in a second. Iphigenes? And then
Mm,
Clarity.
is the earthquake still going on or something? Or
No,
is the new so the new hazard is this centaur raid?
the invasion, yeah. The raid, and actually that's a very good use of words. This is a raid. These people are not here to take over. They're burning and stealing and pillaging and yeah, they're here to raid and run away.
Well, one thing Iphigenes can do is stand his ground and fight. And
Okay.
he's got a spear.
Yep.
He was taught in the military to head off or stand in front of cavalries, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's
And
a
yeah, I don't need
centaur
that. I don't
but
need.
with a cavalry with less legs?
Yes. Yeah. Um. So yes, I really yeah. We don't need the 10 and 14 difficulty anymore. Thank you for pointing that out. I see what you mean. So yeah, you're braced up for melee and clarity. You were literally just healing this person. The building fell around you. You looked up, completely different city. Big horsey man person thing coming at you with a stick. What do you do?
Blessings of the trickster, and I'm disappearing.
Okay.
Throwing up the peace sign,
Okay.
disappear.
All right. So I like that. Phoebe, you sort of leap into a pile of rubble and ask for your patron's help.
Yeah,
Uh,
and holding tight the fountain.
you get a message back from your patron, which is weird in itself. They often don't respond. It's not like you're not a cleric, right? It's up to them. It's a very one-sided power thing. But this time you actually get a response, and it says it's slightly more difficult than that. This is a family issue, and you get a whole sort of feeling of who your patron is and all of their relatives that are around them. Given that you know that Apate was part of this, and you know that Nemesis was part of this, uh, he's insinuating and hinting that there's at least another member of that family involved in what's happening right now with all this time travel.
I was still contact like where I should hide. I can't fight alone this raid.
You hear back, you can't hide, find the others.
I went side and try to go to city looking for others.
All right.
But I would be like resignated
Yep.
and say to myself, family is complicated.
Yeah. Especially when you're the only mortal. Just for order of thing, because I want to do this, Um, uh, clarity. After you, can you click Blessing of the Trickster? It gives you just invisibility, right?
Basically, yeah.
Okay. And then what do you do? Oh,
Stealth, because I'm just
yeah.
like
Is it both?
Deku?
Because you were making images of yourself before. Does it have different
no, that
properties?
is invoke duplicity.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's my
different
channel
power.
divinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Do you also have Pass Without a Trace? I thought you cast that last week. That's plus 10 stealth.
I
If you were
think
because invisible gives you advantage, right? And then if you had Pass Without a Trace, that'd be plus 10 and advantage. Either way, well, you figure that out.
I'd be
Where,
worried about spell slots at this point.
but
I didn't do the first one. I did that, and no, I do have pass without a trace. It's a spell though.
Okay, so yeah, you would have to burn a slot to use it.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah, so where are you going?
just out of this person's eyesight, like I'm trying to disappear because I was healing somebody, and now suddenly there's a raid going on.
Yep, and everything's different. All the buildings are different. The people are dressed different. And everything's completely different. There's no wreckage left. The city is not just rebuilt, but brand new in many ways. All right, so you're just going away from here. Okay, I can work with that.
I have question.
Hang on, I just want to get the Figanese round done, and then we'll start a new round. Figanese, you brace up against one of these. I mean, it's a centaur with armor on and a lance, and you're a Goliath gladiator fighter. This doesn't get more epic than this. Um, you see them coming. I'm going to give you first action, so you can attack before they do. Uh, what do you want to do?
Uh, since my glaive has reach, I would
Yep.
like to use it.
Okay. Yep.
It is two-handed, so I can't do shield.
Yep.
So that means my AC lowers to 15.
Uh-huh.
But here goes glaive.
Herg. Oh.
15.
Okay.
Uh,
This might be a good time to
reach.
mention Clarity. Are you the one that has Hope?
Yep,
Yes, I do.
Okay. Hope's not here.
I know.
When you no, I don't mean for Figanese. I mean Clarity. You realize you look down to talk. Like, how come you haven't said anything? Hope's not on this trip with you.
Oh,
Okay, back to Figanese. I forgot to mention that, so
Yep.
sorry I had to interrupt.
Okay.
But Figanese, go. Back to you.
I rolled a
You
15
rolled
on
a
my attack with the
15. Okay.
glaive.
All right. Oh, yeah. We're gonna. I'm gonna give you a little, because it's technically it's a 16, but I want you to hit. So go ahead and roll the damage for me.
Damage. Looks like 6.
Okay.
Hold
Hit.
on. I have something called Savage Attacker. Where is it?
Yep.
Features and traits.
Oh, good.
Where
Take your
are
time.
you?
Get it right. You're one-on-one with a
Uh,
monster that's a whole lot
let's
bigger than
see.
you. Use everything at
Once
your
per
disposal.
turn.
Yeah.
Once per turn, when you hit a target with a weapon,
Yep.
you can roll the weapon's damage twice and use the either roll against the target.
Okay.
So let's see, roll damage again. Let's see if we can do better.
17. That's considerably better. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot better.
Yay! I would like to use the
Wow.
17, please.
Holy shit. Um, just it's just shatters a huge portion of the front of this whole centaur's chest, and the armor almost acts like just a as part of the cave in. It's a hideous slamming hit. You have by no means taken it down, but you have dealt it a mighty, mighty blow. You also stopped it in its tracks so it can't use its charging attack. So, all it can do is strike back with its pike, which it gets to do twice. 12? You said yours is 15, right? Okay.
Correct.
All right, so
That second one hits.
The second one hits for 14 damage.
Okay.
You. And so it just in the middle of the street. You kind of bounce back from each other a little bit, and it is on. Let's go around the loop again.
Why am
Phoebe,
running,
yeah.
looking for others?
Mhm.
I will ask the patron. It is Kronos, by any chance, baking that?
You, as you're running, you see kind of in your head your patron is doing two things. One of them is kind of like a GPS. It's like take the next left, take the next right, go left here, jump up here, climb down here. They're taking you somewhere. But then they answer your question as well. No, Oasis. And you know because they are another child of Nyx. So they're technically a sibling of Nemesis and Apate. But the thing with Oasis is they were kind of. They don't have a history. There are no stories about Oasis, and therefore, in a weird, godly way, they're just a primordial form. You know that they are about suffering and pain, but there's no concrete stories. It's just an idea. But all part of that same family.
I was curious because Kronos was of time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was a good idea, but this is not who's doing this. But yes, what that means is that Oasis is doing this. Oasis is the one that's knocking you through time and space, which means that Sorrow has found a new god to work with. Iphigenes, you don't know that, but you're next. What do? You're standing there fighting this thing.
Well, that was a chunky hit.
It
And
was.
you said
you
that
get to do it once per
we could
turn,
go
right?
shopping.
Yeah. Oh
Huh?
yeah. Yeah. You get to do that once per turn, right? That's what you said. Roll twice to decide.
Yes.
I love that. That's an advantage on damage. I really like that idea.
But it only
okay.
works if I hit in the first place.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
It's not really advantage. It's just for the damage dice.
Yes. Yeah.
But that was a chunky hit I just took.
Yep.
And I'm alone still.
Yes,
and
you
you
are.
said we could go shopping.
Yep.
And I got 2 potions for you, Iphigenes.
Perfect.
I would like to use one.
Guzzle, guzzle, guzzle.
That is a bonus action for
Yes, it is.
2d4 plus 2.
Wonderful. 8 points.
I heal 8.
So you get, yep. And as you said, bonus action.
Yep. And
then
I would like to glaive this individual yet again.
I shall cleave you with my glaive. Forthwith.
That's only a 12 this time.
Oh, okay. Do you have inspiration? You. Aha.
I do not. I used it, and it wouldn't carry over to this game anyway. That inspiration was only for yes, the last game.
The last game. But did you use it?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So this time, swing and a miss. You fail to make contact. He attacks back. 22. So one more time he hits you for 14 again. He's consistent. So you're slowly losing. Lose, gain, lose, gain.
Yeah. Iphigenes is looking bad.
Okay. What are you at right now for hit points?
5 out of 28.
5. Okay. All right. Clarity. What are you doing? You're invisible. You're just getting away. Oh, I know. Apollo, your new god. You're recently, you just. I almost said one of his priests shows up and says, "Would you like to talk about your warranty, your God warranty?" But no. Um, Instead, you see just a tiny little sun, like a little gold ball that looks like the sun sort of floating in front of you, and it's clearly trying to lead you somewhere.
Uh, yeah, she gets up, checks around, and then starts to follow it.
And it takes you through back alleys and over hill and dale and all over the place, all through these new buildings and everything else. And you get some weird looks, which is strange because it's been a key thing in your own place. Nobody looks right. Nobody's too weird to draw attention. Um, and you get past all the nonsense, and you follow this, and you get to a point where you look out and you can see a centaur and Iphigeny standing in the middle of a small little park area with a fountain behind them, looking like one of those long shots from a 1950s movie where they built the set for it and actually did it. But you can see him. He is beat up, but you are out of range for your healing spells at this moment because I like it better that way.
Yeah, she's.
But you can see him in the distance.
Can I sneak close?
You can head in that direction for sure. But
Okay.
I'm not going to let you get there this turn. I just wanted to. So you at
Yep.
least are headed towards Iphigenies. All right.
Gonna go help my friend.
And so just to wrap this part of it up, Phoebe, you're following the directions that you got from your patron.
Yes, but I'm asking where you direct me.
Uh, well, let's be honest. You can't do this yourself. You're gonna need your friends. And then they definitely paused and turned it into a question. And as they say that, you spin around a corner and look out of the end of an alley, and you can see like that long shot again of Iphigenies fighting the centaur. And then across from that, behind that, down another alley, just to make it easy, you can also see Clarity.
I will shoot the my strongest spell, the Scottish one,
Okay.
and then Central,
Okay. Um,
because I can do this from distance.
yeah. So you fire off that huge spell at the centaur. Clarity, what are you doing?
Not clarity.
No,
Me.
that was what you're doing, and now I want to know what Clarity's doing, and then I'm gonna go and find out what Iphigenies is doing.
As soon as I can get within range, I'm using Healing Word.
Okay, so you're charging forward to cast heal. This is where everything goes into slow motion. Iphigenies, you can feel them coming. If Phoebe's getting ready to cast, Clarity's getting ready to try to get close enough to cast. You do the math. You're gonna have to fight one more round before they get here, before the spell cast. So what do you do? At 5 hit points.
She'll back up,
Yep.
switch back to spear, dodge action.
Okay.
Centaur has disadvantage.
Okay. All right. So.
And I believe
Yep.
the disadvantage persists for the entirety of this round.
Yep. All right. It would have been a 23 and a 24. Instead, it's an 11 and a 13.
Both miss.
So, you sort of duck to one side, and the point of that lance, I mean, you can see how sharp it is as it goes past. Right? This whiff pulls back. You dodge to where it was because the safest place to be is where it just went, and whiff, it goes right where you were, pulls back. And at that moment, the world shifts again. And I have to roll the page over. the bottom falls out. It's like the whole world drops this far this time. It's just thump, you keep moving into these alternate versions of time and space. You're back where you started in your version of Argos, except all the wells and water clarity. Yeah.
Oh no, she's checking for hope.
Okay. Yes, you slap your hand down, and Hope is here. So the three of you are together, and Hope's like nothing happened. She obviously has no idea where you were or that time passed. But as you look around, all the wells and the water is poisoned. You see minotaurs storming the streets, protection rackets running wild in front of you. You see a total disconnect from the gods, not only the bridge, but you can feel it. And at this moment, Clarity as a cleric and Phoebe as a warlock, you kind of. There's no connection to your god, there's no connection to your patron. You can't do your spells, you can't do your invocations.
I start to think that I will set that very quiet to Clarity. Don't you think that it's alternative reality when we fight defeat areas?
Say that one more time. Sorry.
I have said that I will quiet set to Clarity that don't you think this is alternative reality where we failed defeating areas?
Yes. That's exactly what it looks like. Like you failed to stop the evils. Yes.
How can we help now, though?
I feel like it's too late.
It can't be too late.
If we only knew who was shifting time. He doesn't know yet.
Yep.
None of them do.
Phoebe does.
Phoebe does. Yep.
Phoebe does.
Do you share,
I
Phoebe?
will, yes, but I will say that look around, we can't do anything. Like look, poison and everything. It's too late for anything. And we need just wait for another shift.
But do you share the name of the god that's
Yes.
doing this? You say Oizos. So even especially as a clarity, you would know this for sure. But I'm going to give it to Ephigenes as well, or the idea that you guys can share the information. Oizos is a god sort of in name only. They're the concept of a god of pain and suffering. They don't have a description. They don't have a history of events. They don't do things. They just kind of exist as almost like a placeholder. And as that becomes clear to you, in the distance, the middle distance, in the center of the largest bridge in the city, you can't see it from here, but you would know it. Even if you just got to the city, you would know that's where that was. This huge arching bridge over one of the rivers that heads out to the Mediterranean. You see almost like a flare gun, a blue flare gun thing that fires up from the center of that. You've seen this color before and recently. This is a god, or like a god presence in the mortal world. In this world where there are no gods, where you can't make connections with yours, where your magic is gone. You see this spark climb up an arch over the broken causeway and land in what must be Olympus in the distance. And as it goes, you hear the whole city vibrates. It's almost like the earthquake again, but it isn't. It's a voice of a new god. And it says, "Enough! You have given me form, but you can no longer contain me." And you feel it as it goes. A new god has taken physical form. Oisis is becoming. And whatever's left, which has to be sorrow, is on the middle of that bridge. Spell slots burned as they currently are. It
I would
doesn't
say-
matter because you can't cast. Phoebe?
I would
What do you
say nice. Family complete. and family reunion I love.
Mm-hmm.
And I will start to work, like put down my fountain
Mm-hmm.
because too heavy, and I will start work toward that card
Yep.
because what else I left?
Yep. Um, as you do, clarity on your hip. You hear Hope looks up at you. Are they on your? No, they're hip, head.
Back.
Where are they? Shoulder, back, right, and looking over your shoulder. So they sort of say into your ear, um, no offense, but Phoebe's supposed to carry for me for this next bit.
Oh, Phoebe?
And she'll take it off
Yeah.
like a backpack and just offer it.
And
I will,
as you reach over to it, Phoebe, just before you answer, when you turn to look, there's like a little version of you. She's turned like she's got the hood and the whole look, the whole little badass look, and she's looking, but still like cute as a button, looking over the edge of the pathos. But as they hand it to you,
I will be looking at it, surprised. Why? But I will take it, even if she's too optimistic for Phoebe. So we took on my back,
mm-hmm.
as no, on my hip,
Yep.
because I'm tired. But I was like cautious and surprised and looking at Hope, and I will ask, why?
Because it's a family thing. Excuse me. She doesn't cough. She's a little god. She's because it's a family thing. So it's probably best if you put him back inside of and they look down into the pithos below them. Back in here.
And I was right, and keep going with this Hope.
Yeah. And as you start to walk, you hear in your ear she starts singing it dun 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 dun, which doesn't make any sense to you at all because Harrison Ford hasn't made that movie yet.
But I would roll my eyes and feel like, ugh, I need to deal with this.
You got the you Phoebe the Dark and the eternally hopeful Hope. Iphigenes, what do you do? That is walking away in front of you. The ultimate odd couple is walking away in front of you. What do you do?
You said the new god Oizos
Yep.
flew off to Olympus.
Yep.
Zara was still left behind on the bridge.
As far as you know, yep. It looks like Sorrow cut another deal with a god, but this one was rushed and hurried, and they actually brought the god into existence enough that it had gained enough power to break the connection and flee to Olympus, leaving Sorrow ungodded again for the second time.
I guess since we don't know for sure if Zara was left behind, he will say to Phoebe, "Go on your trek. I need to check and see if Zara was left behind." And I mean, my movement speed is 35, so I can hoof it
Yep.
faster than the others, even though I am very badly injured.
Yep.
Clarity hasn't really
Yep.
done anything since we met back up.
We can work on that in a second, but I want to
Yoink.
confirm, Phoebe, you were headed towards the bridge as well, right?
No, she said she
Or
was going to Olympus.
oh, you can't get to Olympus from here. That bridge is broken. The same thing happened this morning. This is a misunderstanding. The bridge I'm talking about isn't the bridge that goes to Olympus. This is a bridge that's in the city. It's sort of like 5 blocks that way, and that's where Sorrow is. They're not on the bridge to Olympus. It's exactly it's my phrasing because I made exactly the same mistake this morning. So, in retrospect, Phoebe, are you going to where Sorrow is? Is a better question.
Yes, because I can't
Okay.
go to Olympus.
Okay. Yes. So, and then if
But
it is
also,
you, that's where you're
but
going as well,
also,
right?
but I'm
Yep.
also not sure if I can do anything because the
No
deal we've
magic.
got.
Yes, exactly. And Clarity, you're going as well to the bridge.
Yep.
Okay. We get this scene. Figanese, you're going to get there first because you said you've got the fastest movement, and you were rushing, right? You're running to get there.
Yep.
So the scene, the it's a drone cam shot. We start with the Figanese running through the city, full of fouled wells and gangsters and all that stuff going on. Behind you come Clarity and Phoebe moving with varying degrees of stealthiness through the city. You're the only three going in that direction. Everybody else is coming the other way. And then very soon, as you start getting even closer to the bridge, the last of the stragglers go past you. You're heading into a section of Argos that is now completely empty, and that is unnatural. As you continue forward, Ephigenes, you get to the end of the bridge first. And content warning, we are now entering the section of the story where an NPC may commit or at least talk about suicide. I will wave you off like this when it's done, but please, if you do not want to listen to content on that vein, please take a moment to mute yourself now. Figanese, you see it first. Sorrow. They are dressed in black lace veils, mourning clothes.
Green. We went over this last
Green,
week.
we went over this. Thank you. Yeah, green mourning clothes. Thank you. Their shoulders are drooped. They are just looking at them. It almost hurts just to look at them. But they're at the very crest of the bridge, and they've got their arms sort of crossed on the railing and their chin on their hands as you're not to them, but you're at the end of the bridge, so you're still quite a distance away from them. And then a few seconds later, the other two pull up, Clarity and Phoebe. Dun, 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 dun. And you look up, the three of you look up onto the bridge. And out of the darkness, you hear them, this is clearly Sorrow, you hear them say, "They say you should drown your sorrows. So I came here. But instead of sadness, I found hope." And they look over at Phoebe and down at Hope and kind of nod, and Hope nods back. "If I jump," and they point over the rails, "I would cease to be as a person, but I would spread my essence over the entire world. Sorrow would be eternal, a part of the world." So at this point, the three of you realize if Sorrow goes over the rail and into the river, then Sorrow will forever be a part of this world at a level that was never designed to be. It will make it a horrible place. You can defeat Sorrow however you wish, but be mindful. If they have a moment and they don't believe, and they're not given reason to do otherwise, they're going to go over that rail. So I just want to very quickly say, anybody who needs to X card either verbally or mentally or out loud, whenever, if you need to do this. But let's start with Phoebe's. Phoebe, what do you do?
I will think that I will do nothing because I know that it's alternative reality
Okay.
where we lose.
So you just hold. Okay.
So I feel like I will wait for another word shift.
Okay.
Like I can't do still anything,
Yep.
and also this word is lost.
Yep. Gotcha.
Anyway.
Ephigenes? Phoebe just
He's getting some rope
back
together, and he's about to lasso this bitch. Get her away from the edge of the.
Okay.
Get her away from the ledge, so they have some time to like either talk or kill her.
All right. Clarity.
Yeah. Clarity's gonna walk right up to her.
Okay, you start walking towards her. She looks at you and just puts one hand on the railing. And I want to be really clear, she is she's being really symbolic with her motions, right? You can tell how close she is to jumping. So
Yeah.
right now you got one hand on the railing as you move forward. She's not going to let you physically jump her, but you can get close enough
Oh
to
no,
talk. So
she
what
she
do you
doesn't
do?
want to.
Okay,
She just wants to talk.
okay. What do you say?
Um,
You know, there was a time that well, I still do, but I don't have a home. I live on the street. I always have.
And they turn to look at you, and you feel them feeling, probing, looking, and they're confused because they're in your mind, so you can feel them too. And then they
hmm?
pull out like the fingers come out of your mind and say, that doesn't cause you sadness.
No,
And they take the hand off the rail. I want to go one more connection here, and then I'm going to ask Iphigenes if they're going for the lasso. But Clarity, what's your next step in that conversation?
things can always look sad, but they always get better. You just have to wait a little bit.
And the eyes kind of flick over to Hope on Phoebe's gear, and then back to you. You say, are you saying I'm pointless? And one
No,
hand and another hand on the.
no,
But you're saying
you're
I.
needed. Without you, people wouldn't know what to be happy means.
The one hand comes off. So I bring joy.
Yes.
Then why don't I ever get any? And the hand goes back up on the railing. I'm gonna give you one more sentence before I ask if Iphigenes what they want to do. This is fun. I like this. I hope I'm not creeping anybody out.
You may not bring. You may, you may not
Oh, I know
feel
what
any,
that's
but
like. The sorrow of a blown line. I get it.
you may not feel any, but there are so many others who do.
They turn slightly, one finger still on the edge of the bridge. Iphigenes, what do you do? Anything?
I guess he's still got the lasso in hand
Mm-hmm.
as like a held action if she makes a
Yep.
move to jump, but I guess he will say, without sorrow, there is no hope to march toward.
And Phoebe, as that sentence is said, you can sort of feel now because they're so close to you. Hope changes, and when you kind of can't help yourself, you look over, and she's back in her military outfit again, just sitting there looking very serious. And then she looks at you and she says, your move."
I would say that I know how you feel, Sorrow, because I'm like you many times, and I will look down,
Mm-hmm.
so you are not alone.
And you kind of your hands sort of their own accord almost pick up the pithos and hold it forward, and you see Hope in it sitting in front of you, facing the other direction. And you, for the first time, you actually see the uniform change. Normally, it's just when you look, it's different, but because you're close, you see it, and there's kind of this almost like water surface moving. And as you uh, push it forward towards Sorrow, um, Hope just sort of sits back on the edge that you're on, goes to her natural form, which is just sort of the silver and gold uh, female form, and sort of puts both of her knees to one side so she unblocks the entry. And as Clarity and Epiphanes and Phoebe all continue to share the stories of loss and suffering and sorrow, each one of them starts to sort of fade sorrow. They kind of start to lose color saturation, to use it, and somebody's turning down their opacity. They're literally fading, and this incredibly fine grayish black dust sort of goes from where they were into the Pithos past Hope's knees. And it's hard to tell the exact moment when sorrow ceases to be, but the three of you sort of in a blink find yourselves standing in a triangle on the bridge telling each other the stories, and sorrow's just sort of gone, and hope sits on top of the Pithos, all but forgotten, sitting on the ground beside the three of you, just grinning. And as the conversation winds down and you realize that sorrow is gone into the Pithos, Hope looks at the three of you and just grins and says, "You guys are totally amazing. You brought
And,
hope to sorrow."
and I will just cover my face ashamed and kind of look away from others.
Phoebe,
Maybe to the river.
your patron in your head, you hear a slow, appreciative clapping. Just, you hear, "Well done. Well done. You can rest now."
And I will be surprised that he clapped because he really to as God of Doom.
Mm-hmm. But the three of you look around, and it's almost like somebody popped a bubble. The people of the city start to move back in. You don't move this time, but you feel the reality settle over the place, and the water unpoisons, and the moon comes out, and it's a beautiful night. And the people start to filter back into the neighborhoods, almost like they've forgotten
Before they
they missed.
move,
Yeah.
I grab Fontaine from Grant. So nobody will take.
You got your gold fountain with you. But yes, as the three of you watch, the city sort of almost like it heals over the event, and it kind of forgets what happened. Because stuff like that doesn't happen. It's too heroic. It's too epic. Even in the land of Argos, what the three of you just did. I mean, three gods in 2 hours. You saved the
you,
god of sorrow from themselves, right?
you said that you will wave when and
Oh,
stand.
yes. Thank you. Thank you. And I just mentioned it there, so yes, thank you. I will do that. Thank you very much. You guys, thank you for coming back. We have passed that point. It did not happen, but the content warning was there for a reason. So, and thank you to Janet for reminding me to wave you back in. But the three of you are now, I mean, you're legends beyond words. This all started because of Prometheus stealing the fire and Epimetheus opening Pandora's Pithos in the first place.
Stealing the magic.
Yes. And even though it was inevitable, the three of you are now part of that tale in a historically important sort of way. And in that moment, Hope looks down and kind of makes sure everybody's in place in the Pithos below her, and then stands up, and it's almost like a little platform comes up right to the very top of the neck of the Pithos, and she's standing on that. It's as close as she could be to being outside of this container, right? And she looks very formal, and she looks around at the three of you, and she says, almost like she's reading it off of a document, she says, "Congratulations on your success against the first wave of the evils. I have been Um, and no, not entitled. Um, I got presents for you guys that I get to give you now. Um, and stuff. So here, and in front of each of you, an appropriate sized box appears. It's like a little, almost like a mini Pithos turned into like a gift box that will unfold and have a thing in it. But we're not going to find out what those things are right now because she also says, and oh yeah, Uncle Festus thinks you're pretty cool, and touches the floor that all of you are sitting on, and there's kind of this almost like a forge spark touches the ground and goes almost like an arc welder, and it kind of goes under all of you, and you get little almost like an electrical jolt, and you can feel yourself gaining new powers, new abilities, new confidence, and you guys will be leveling up.
Yay!
You will also be picking each of you before our next session. This is going to be a really short session, as you figured out. We're pretty much done this one, but you guys just finished the first week. So, what we're going to do is you are going up a level. So you're going to level 4. Most of them will be it's an ASI or a feat, but also spells. Um, and you have received your choice of one uncommon or rare magical item from the any of the legitimate sources. So uncommon or rare, and go up to level 4. That's where we will drop the curtain on tonight. With Hope handing out presents and the favor of Hephaestus to the 3 of you. Meanwhile, in a library, um, Thalion is sitting there reading a book and suddenly goes, oh, oh, I know new shit. Huh. And goes back to reading his book.
Yes.
So, short session tonight, but I hope the intensity made up for it.
Phoebe,
Yeah.
Phoebe will said to Dalion in the future cheated like he didn't fight and still get level up.
You see, heroing in ancient Argos is it's a union job. You everybody. It's all based on time served. So the longer you've been here, the more the better you get. But let's not get distracted. Thank you very very much to the players tonight. It's tough to carry episodes when you've got less than your full crew. So I appreciate the extra effort that each of you put in tonight. Sarah, Clarity is just Apollo in motion. It was absolutely wonderful to fun to watch. Greatest healer ever, no question. Um, I really enjoyed that, and the talk down of Sorrow was epic, absolutely epic. So thank you. That was really well done. Uh, Deku, Lily, Ephigenes, with I mean, hero all the way through his bones, right? I just every action. What do you do? I hero. What do you do? I hero over there. What do you do? I'm gonna hero over here some more. And it's so perfect for this world and this adventure. You know the Greek heroes are simple beings, right? They're like their gods. They're not complicated, right? So it's so yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just sorry I kind of blanked on what to do with Sorrow
No.
because I'm not especially good at that sort of thing. But
Oh yeah.
if I had known all you wanted was a sob story, I would have told one because I have one for
Yes,
Figanese.
yes, you do. That's right. But yeah, so and I get it. That is a scene that not everybody's comfortable with doing. Luckily, we had Sarah here for us tonight, and in the morning crew, they had their person who took the lead as well. So it's a brave scene to do. So thank you again to Sarah for doing it. But back to where I was. Thank you to Deku for Iphigenes. They are as Greek a hero as you could ever be. I can already see the statue, right? I can already see the marble statue of Iphigenes right up there with the others. So thank you for them. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. And Janet, Phoebe the Dark tries so hard to not care and always just fails slightly. There's always just a tiny bit of care at the end. There's always just a tiny bit of doing the right thing, and that's a really nice balancing act to watch. So thank you for that,
You're welcome.
and getting to tie in your backstory with the capture of Sorrow was really fun too. So thank you for that. Folks in chat, I see a couple of you again. I forget that I have coffee. Never mind that I forget there's chat. I forget that I have coffee in these games because I'm so invested in them. But thank you to chat. Sometimes you got to make feta to appease the gods. Oh, I don't know. But yeah. But thank you to chat. Thank you guys for hanging in there and keeping each other amused because I didn't look down to see it. But if you're watching this on the VOD, thank you for the watch. That's where we get most of our views. Hi, thanks for hanging out. And if you are watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs, hit the bells, all the things you know. I don't have to say it. But also while you're here, please leave a comment. And if you're really interested, take a look around on YouTube. We are rapidly approaching 800 episodes of posted material. There are stories in there anywhere from one shots all the way up to campaigns that took years to run. So dig in. There is so much to binge there; it's ridiculous. But the important part, in a place where a little can make a big difference, one of the littles that can make the biggest differences is simply making someone's day. And it can be as easy as a couple of words or a simple gesture. And that goes for ourselves too, which is something I really like that Siosa added to this. So please, until the next time we see all of you, please be nice to yourselves, because that's important. And then if you got any spoons left, be nice to other people. A tiny difference can make a tiny effort can make a huge difference, and we could all use a huge difference. So I would take it as a personal favor if before we see you next time, you were actively nice to people. So until next time, I'm going to end it the way I always do. Please be nice to each other. Good night.
Bye.
Night, y'all.
Good night.